Welcome back to FabCon TV. I am here with Khaled Chowdhury from Data Crafters, and we're going to talk a little bit about what they're doing to help their customers and other folks, developers, move from Power BI to really talking to their data, interacting directly with their data. So, Khaled, super excited to have you here today. Would love to hear kind of what your journey has been and how you got here today.
It's kind of funny because I think we were talking about the pro developers and things like that. I'm a fish that swam upstream. So Power BI has been amazing for my career. I was a finance director in 2016 that did not know what BI stood for. Right? So from there to running today, we're a Fabric featured partner. So it's been quite a journey. And the simplest way I put it, I think what made Power BI great is that it democratized business intelligence. And I think Fabric essentially is doing that at a grander scale.
Nice.
I think we have a lot of pro coders, we got a lot of developers. I know they're amazing, they're doing great work, but we don't have enough of them.
Yeah, never enough.
So from that perspective, I think what really truly set Power BI apart is that anybody could, it's kind of like what Excel was, then Power BI kind of democratized it. And from that perspective, Fabric essentially has taken to the next step.
Yeah, so Fabric is really bringing the next level of innovation on this journey, on the way to having people really be able to interact with their data more efficiently, more easily. Could you tell me a little bit about what you all do at Data Crafters and what your newest solution is that you want to share?
So Data Crafters, we're a Fabric featured partner. So we are purely in professional services, helping companies get value from their data.
Awesome.
So from that perspective, people are in different phases of their journey.
Absolutely.
Some are still in Excel. Actually, take it back. Everybody's on Excel. Question is what level of Excel and what kind of export to Excel you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And we are kind of taking them on this journey curve, what we call Excel to AI. But it's not necessarily going away from Excel. You can keep using Excel, just do it the right way and whatnot. There's something I think I did with Nicola and Shabnam. We called it no-code analytics engineer.
Oh, I like that.
Meaning like you can build a medallion architecture, do the pipeline, the entirety of it without ever writing a single bit of code.
Music to everybody's ears, I'm sure.
So essentially from that perspective, we have a lot of business users that understand the business logics and things like that. Fabric allows them to kind of take it all the way through because that's where I came from.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a scalable and sustainable model because as pro developers are first-class citizens, so are low-code and no-code developers.
So true.
So it allows
Developers
us
lead the way. Yeah.
So I think it allows us to unlock a different level of value.
Awesome. And so could you talk to me a little bit about your solution today and how you're helping people start to address this journey from Power BI to really interacting more fully with their data?
Sure. Let's kind of go a little bit through the presentation. Don't want to spend much time here.
Yeah.
Let's see. You hear this thing, right? AI is transforming the world. It's all fun and games, right? The question is, the data is the fuel that powers AI. There's no doubt about that, right?
And you got to have clean fuel. This isn't a climate change pitch, but you got to have clean fuel out there.
But like, think about it this way, right? You kind of queued perfectly for that because people want to do AI, but they're still stuck in Excel.
Oh yeah, I know exactly how those people in this cartoon feel.
So
not a good feeling.
From that perspective, if you're still stuck in Excel, how are you going to do AI? And you don't have to listen to me. You can pull up this report that I have. MIT study finds 95% of the project
not delivering the value.
No.
Yeah.
No. Question becomes is, it doesn't work.
Yep.
But if you look on the flip side, today we all use GPT. You have a Pro account. I just bought one for my 12-year-old yesterday, right? But the perspective from that perspective, we are getting a lot of value on personal productivity, but from organizational perspective, we are not getting value.
Yeah.
So people are trying to do
It's a long journey.
things. Correct. So it's kind of, if you think about that way, right? Like you see this on one side, on the other side, let's see if this plays. Like think about, we saw a lot of stuff about Copilot, chat with your data today,
Right. Yep.
and things like that, right? And it works. It works out of the box, right? So essentially, like this is the part what we say that we started off with printed reports, then we went to PDF,
Right.
then we went to Excel, then we went to BI. And funny thing is, as the shift happened, Excel and printed report haven't gone away, but it's not the primary part. You start with BI, you might export to Excel, you might need some printed reports,
Yeah.
but the first point of contact has become the interactive report.
Yeah.
From here, we have now, but think about from exec perspective, that's kind of where I come from, right? Is they're looking for answers, right? And they're pulling up reports, but if it can answer the question just like that, it helps you scale.
Absolutely.
So from that perspective, what I see Power BI's next arc being is that we are going to move from dashboard first approach to dialogue first approach.
Oh, I love that. Dialogue before dashboard.
Correct. So
Okay.
essentially, because think about this way, right? We have an inherent scaling problem. Question change every day. How many dashboard can you build?
Yeah. I mean,
Right? And then you end up with 200 dashboard. That means you have none. If too
Right.
much is none, right?
Yep.
So from that perspective, what we see from the Copilot perspective, and the good part is it works today,
Yep.
not
out of the box.
theory and whatnot. This works today, right? Now, like we saw a lot of stuff about data agent and whatnot. The reason the data agent is amazing is because even though if Copilot do it, why does data agent need to do it?
Right.
It's because it allows us to take the agent not just specific to Power BI, but anywhere. Thanks to Copilot Studio and AI Foundry, we can take this data everywhere.
Awesome.
Right? So from that perspective, I think that's kind of the framework and we can see that's happening today. Now, question becomes is, what's the catch?
Yeah.
Right?
How are you going to do this?
So from that perspective, like I want to kind of do a caution statement first. Let's see if I can get this right. So I think, again, this is, think about like the movement from printed reports to things like that. And now what we see is that we're going to start with dialogue and then go to a dashboard and then other things as necessary. And I think we're eventually going to get to a point where we're going to get customized dashboard on demand,
Oh, yeah.
right?
We're well on our way.
Caution, right? So there has to be a caution, right? And you kind of cued me perfectly for this is how good is your data,
Yep.
right? And if people take a single thing away, right? Power BI Copilot, which is part of Fabric,
Yep.
is production ready today.
Yes.
Question is, how good is your model?
Love that.
So the good part about Copilot, it works, but there is no intermediary between the question and your model.
Right.
So if you have a lipstick with a pig, guess what? When the hood comes off,
Still
it
a
has
pig.
it's a pig.
Oh,
right?
man.
So because of that, I think one of the key things that I want to kind of emphasize on is that once you take care of the pig, I'm kind of paraphrasing what Rob Colley from P3, they have a
Right.
full blog about it as well. Power BI semantic model is the apex predator in the age of AI. Not the Power BI dashboard, but the Power BI semantic model.
Absolutely.
What AI loves is metadata. It's built in. Right? We have descriptions, synonyms from get-go, the semantic model. And think about, would you run a SQL query or a DAX query? Which one is faster?
Oh, man. I mean, definitely.
Like I
You
know,
tell
like
them.
people can throw a lot of shade about Fabric speed against Databricks and Snowflake. Put them against the Power BI semantic model. Right? So from that perspective, I think as this shift happens, I think the focus is going to be building the Power BI semantic model correctly.
Awesome.
Right? So I think, and also the other thing that we see is that instead of being this a mega company effort, even companies that are small, medium, it would not matter whether your data is coming from QuickBooks or SAP.
Amazing. Can get it from
Fabric
anywhere.
makes it possible at every, because you
Yeah,
have all this
all these
feature, whether you're on
connectors.
F2 or F2048.
Yeah.
It works. And from that perspective, I think that's just what I call, like, it's one of the reasons that Fabric goes into your strategy, right? And I got to give credit to my team for putting this together. That Fabric is one, but there's many roads that leads to Fabric. But from my perspective, I think for majority of the organization, the roads will lead to Fabric, and every organization will have a different story because Fabric supports every use case, and it scales with it. And if you have, like we have heard again and again, if you have a lot of Snowflake and Databricks investment, it works perfectly right on top of that.
Nice. So exciting.
So,
anything else that you wanted to share with the audience today?
no, I think it's an exciting time. I think for me was the most exciting part. On one perspective, we had probably had a lot more mover, shaker announcement came out that in Vegas earlier this year. But the part that was the biggest for me in the FabCon Europe is the amount of features going to GA.
Oh yeah,
So
love that.
it's essentially we're getting to what I would say is Fabric is getting to the break-even point, the point of inflection, right? The critical mass.
It's really at that enterprise-ready stage, for whatever your use case is.
Yes, I mean, like we had customers on Fabric for over 18 months now.
Oh, that's
Out of the 21 months it's been in GA, we have customers in there 18 months. We had some rocky relations in the middle.
Oh no.
But now we're at a stage, I think it's getting better every day, and I guess people are going to get the FOMO moment now from that perspective, but I think people should not jump into AI. AI will create value. The best part is whatever used to be Power BI best practices is still true today.
Yeah, no, we love that continuity. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Khaled, for being here with me today. That's all the time that we have. We'll send it back to the audience, and we'll bring out our next folks in just a minute.
All right.
Thank you again,
Thank
Khaled.
you.